Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. This is a special edition of the Ping Pong Flix Show. No, it's not DC movie news, but it is, however, a breakdown of Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. As a lot of you may have known, you've been subscribed for a while. You know my biggest anticipation is Zack Snyder's Justice League, and so I really was so happy, incredibly emotional when I watched the Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. You can check out my reaction right up here. And but I want to go into more further detail that I did not get to go through in my 8-hour stream for DC FanDome. So let's get to it now, straight away. This is Zack Snyder's Justice League right here. And so as you see right here, right away, Max Original, as you know, it's going to be an HBO Max. The first shot you see is Uxas, umbrella, Uxas, okay? Uxas, and he looks incredible. Now, we do know he probably needs a little bit more work on this, but they did as much as they could in terms of finishing up the VFX just for the trailer. And just looking at the first thing you see on screen, it's just like, whoa! It just takes your breath away, really. You first see it, you're like, whoa, it's him! It's him! Do I see a little tinge of bluish over here? Kind of like the dark side look. So he has a little bit of there. I can't wait to see his fully formed look, right? You also see that his emblem is, it's almost like his rib cage, or he got almost burnt in, or a scar or something of the Omega symbol, right? So there's a lot more going about that, as well as this this new axe, or he brings it down. So I don't know, like some have, like Stephen Colbert has said, it might be High Father's scepter, or we'll learn the thing. But he comes out, strikes down as the first shot of this whole ordeal, and it gets into Superman. By the way, the music in this, the usage of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah is magnificent. It's emotional. It pulls at your heartstrings. I was choking up during the reaction. I almost cried. I almost bawled, right? And later on, I listened to it over and over, and it tears me up every time listening. And it's already a sad song, but it could also be a happy song, as the Hallelujah is just really, it's just so beautiful. It's just an incredibly beautiful song. And just knowing that, to Zack Snyder meant a lot to him in a personal way, because he did lose his daughter over the production. This is kind of like a culmination of where we've gone through. It also represents the movement. Hallelujah for the movement as well. It has so many meanings to it, that, and to present it in Zack Snyder in the first full trailer, and then edited it in such a way, and in terms of the story too, Superman dying for the world, and so his sacrifice is sad, but it also stopped Doomsday from destroying the world. So it has that meaning to it. It really is. It's like a victory but a loss at the same time, and it's so amazingly put together in this trailer, that it just takes your breath away. And it is my favorite trailer from DC FanDome, probably in the entire year. That I just love it. I can't wait to watch it over and over. But just look how crisp these images are. You throw this on your television screen, especially if you go on YouTube to the Justice League official teaser. Be sure you subscribe to HBO Max and watch this over and over. It's trending right now, but it's amazing to see it on TV. And yes, it's 1.33. So you kind of have a sense that maybe you're losing left and right, but that's not true. It's actually pulling back. So you're getting the complete view, because you're not getting the bars on top. The bars on top was actually cropping the image, but now you get a full view. So this pulls back, and so you get the entire picture, the entire left and right, up and down, full aspect ratio of the picture. Of course, this is a Zack, Superman dying in the movie. You don't actually see this shot in Batman v Superman. So, and Zack had revealed on the Real in Motion podcast, which he joined us, which is really cool, that there was, circular motion, like it was like going around this scene, and I'm like, I can't think of other ways than and then possibly this also being, like Garza had talked about, being the opening scene of the movie where it overlaps, because Batman v Superman showed the ending of Man of Steel, right, in the perspective of Bruce Wayne. What if we still get that perspective? Like, we thought about maybe Lois Lane, it's perspective of Lois Lane, and then she wakes up in bed after having that nightmare. But what if it's Bruce Wayne? What if it's Batman's perspective once again, right? And I was thinking this. I threw this out there to Garza and the other my other brothers, but like, what if he saw Doomsday impale him and thought, I could have been the one that impaled him with my spear, my kryptonite spear? What if that was me? And like that perspective, his thoughts, how he would have gone through that guilt that he felt at that time. And imagine like his perspective seeing this, and then he wakes up in that Arctic area, Iceland area, searching for Arthur Curry, right? He wakes up next to his horse or something like that. That would be kind of cool opening to that, I think, overlap. But once again, going through like Bruce Wayne's perspective, or it could be Lois Lane's perspective. We're not really quite sure yet, but I'm really intrigued to see this. But amazing look at, again, we revisit him with the Hallelujah song as well. So awesome shot right there. We only saw a black and white version, so it's great to see this. Now, this one is the one that has like a lot of Easter eggs here, right? As we go through it, you can't quite see some of this in full details. I'm trying to bring it out to you, but this is, of course, the nightmare scene, and where you actually see the Justice League. I know it's loading. The Justice League Hall of Justice right here. You see the ships right here, and then you even see the tridents right here. The trident is over here, struck or placed over here. You see the shield, Wonder Woman's shield, placed over here, and then over here. You can't see it right now. I apologize, but you actually do see Thomas Wayne's picture here. JD of Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne, his picture is right over here. So that's where you get to see it. Where do you see it from? Here we go. So you see Thomas Wayne's full picture right here. I think if I up at a certain, you can actually see it. So that's his picture. That's cool. That's a great great Easter eggs all right here. But that's not all. There is more to it as we zoom in closer. Okay, you see here Joker's card. And you do see this Joker's card on Batman's gun. Interestingly, on Batman's gun in Batman v Superman. So that is placed. So, but you zoom in, you see the parademons here as well. Of course, you see the Omega symbol on the bottom, and somewhere here is Bruce Wayne's manor, or the lake house actually. And you see all these ships, and at one point, I think he hinted that could be Green Lantern ships as well. So I don't know. We'll see if we get to see more of that. Warner Max, not Warner Brothers, because this is an HBO Max tile. Of course, the DC Comics. I like the gray. It's all gray, like that. Just like it kind of reminds me of the Man of Steel, Batman v Superman days. Of course, you see Diana Prince, Gal Gadot playing Diana Prince, going into that place where, in the context of the theatrical, that was Hippolyta's shot the arrow to that museum. Unsure if that's still the same, but we'll have to wait and see how this. But this shot is amazing. Just the upward view, this perspective, it's absolutely beautiful. She's the composition. She's within the frame here is amazing. The way she looks, how it's slanted, the arrow in front. It's beautiful. This is what Zack's really good at, making incredible, beautiful shots and takes amazing. We can't, just not talk about Fabian Wagner as well. Amazing work on these shots right here. I can't believe it's not in the theatrical cut, right? By the way, almost none of these are in the theatrical cut, by the way. So anybody who says this looks like anything like the 2017 movie is an idiot. So I'm just gonna have to put that out there. But we get a little bit more, just a little bit more of that scene where back then we thought it was Supergirl, but it's a hologram of somebody, and we assume it's Superman. And Bruce Wayne is looking at that image right there, a hologram, possibly a projection actually from Cyborg. So that's what we said. So that we've seen a little bit before, and then we get a little bit of Aquaman coming out of the bar at the fisherman's bar, a scene that we've never seen before. We still get a little bit of the shot as well. We've seen this in the the previous trailers, him taking off his shirt. Of course, you're looking pretty awesome, and he's ready to jump in. So a closer look. I think in the movie it's pulled back. You don't see him do this thing, and he jumps into the water. And then we also get the football scene, the one that we've always wanted to see in the movie, and this is where we get introduced, or maybe it's played back. We don't know how this plays out. I think Victor Stone kind of tells us how this goes. He probably wins a football game, and then you see his mom there. Eleanor Stone is right there before her. Well, I don't want to say anything more than that, but Eleanor Stone is there as well. So we get some stuff that we finally see Black Suit and it's all his glory in this scene. Yes, it was a deleted scene on the Justice League DVD, but that was in red and blue. This is where it's supposed to be. Superman in the black suit, an awesome charcoal gray cape. But I love that emblem because it's silver. It just pops out. It's almost like in the cartoons where all you see is a black silhouette with the white, like the white S showing up. Well, because it's silver and because of this, how it's shot, it's just beautiful as he's walking out on a ship and you see the symbol first. Absolutely amazing. So cool. Probably the only Superman thing you got at DC FanDome. So I'm really happy that we're still getting some Superman out of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Then we get a shot we've never seen before. This is a Wonder Woman, right? And we assumed that maybe some assumed, that, oh my God, the explosion happens, Justice League, everybody dies. Well, apparently no, they don't all die. The kids are alive here. The explosion happening, but she probably blocked this. Something happened and blew this wall somehow. But the children are safe. They're smiling. The kid's smiling back at her. She's smiling. Zack Snyder movies have smiles. Come on, right? So this is great. I love this little moment with coupled with the Hallelujah song. It just makes it much more. It really transforms it and ascends it to some higher level. And for us to see it, it's like we're celebrating with the Justice League together that we finally get to see this. Of course, Flash's scene. We had these leaks before, but it's a lot more finished. Probably still needs a little bit more work, but it's a little bit more finished. Now, there's one thing in here that's probably personal to me and my channel that some people point out is that's the hot dog cart right there. Hot dog cart gets destroyed. Some hot dogs fly down here. Hot dogs. Yeah, I know. You're going to be hearing a lot of that. And, the context of that is that because, a few while back, we, I pretty much, before it was announced, I compared Zack Snyder's Justice League to like a good hot dog. Like I'm going to eat the hot dog. So I don't know. But anyway, maybe I'll link that to video for you. But, in the Man of Steel watch party, kind of alluded to hot dog many times. And so I'm like wondering if he meant that video. But Flash saves Kiersey Clemens, who plays Iris West. So Iris West she was deleted from the movie. We get to see her scene here and smiling here. So we're going to have a little bit of interaction and maybe possibly that relationship between Barry and Iris as well. I hope she's in the Flash movie. I really do, but we'll have to wait and see. Cyborg, Victor Stone hitting a grave, certain grave. So that would be a pretty emotional moment in the movie as well. I can't wait to see this part. I mean, Victor Stone, Cyborg, is the heart of the movie, and he is. I can't wait to see his arc in this because it's going to be quite emotional. And you'll see soon enough one of the biggest parts of that arc that is displayed. But yeah, everybody in the movement would know what that arc is. But Batman in all his glory and how it should be, not some tarp flying in front of it like who puts a tarp in front of an epic Batman shot? It's almost insulting at that point. So, but you see him in all his glory. And here, this is Lois and Martha, or Martian Manhunter, but Martha Manhunter. So this is they see each other, they embrace, and Martha probably came to check on Lois to see how she's doing, because she kind of lost somebody important in the last movie. And then we get a nice shot of what we assume is probably Jason Momoa's feet over. You see a crab here. I just noticed that before, a crab. And the water is probably in a water bubble, air bubble, actually. You see the suit over here, and then you see the quindent over here. So we get some of that as well. But it's interesting how this scene plays out as we zoom in, and it goes to a shot of the air bubble, and this is where Mara talks to him. In the theatrical, the conversation is probably different and than what it is in the movie. So I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out as he opens up his arms and walks away, but cuts to a shot of her in the water. So this is not exactly the same scene. So I'm even wondering if this is actually within the same scene as the other two because Zack's very clever, man. He's bringing shots and editing to look like the same scene, but I'm thinking it's not. There's two things. Either these are different scenes. He's actually in an air bubble where he picks this up to go fight, or he drops this off. He drops this off to Mara, and says, that's it. I'm not going to become king. Here you go. I'm done. I just borrowed it to fight Steppenwolf, but I'm not interested to become king. And then he's like, I'm walking away. I'm heading out. Peace out. Peace out, Atlanteans. I'm not going to be your king until, the Aquaman movie. So I don't know. That could be a possibility, but I'm not sure. And then, of course, we've seen this shot before. Uxas, in the history lesson. So we can't wait to see that. Our first very look, and this shocks me because it just, it's like, whoa, it's Desaad. It's Desaad. This is Desaad in all his glory. Amazing. And so I'm gathering this is Desaad talking to Steppenwolf in order to go and do this for Darkseid or whatever. So Desaad, incredible look. I know as Garza said that, did you realize that they probably took Desaad's face and made it Steppenwolf's face in the theatrical cut? And now that I'm looking at it really closely, I'm like, damn, yeah, you're on the money there. So, oh my God, what did they do to that movie? But anyway, we'll get to see the real one soon enough. Then we get a shot we saw in the teaser before, Cyborg walking up, that one amazing teardrop that just comes down, and this is a look at the acting in this. Like this is going to be a really incredible moment, and we'll know why he's doing that now. But teardrop down, looking fantastic. The CGI over here, you see Flash in the background, of course. What are they looking at? We'll find out soon. Superman floating in the sky after being resurrected. We've seen this in the movie, but we're going to see a little bit more because we actually see Lois Lane looking up at him, right? Just seeing that he's back. Oh, what is that? Oh, she wasn't used as a plot device like big guns in this. Would have thought. So she was actually there. She probably ran over or something, but she spotted him in the sky, which was, taken out of the movie. Push a button of something, and what activates a laser? A laser that is trying to what looks like to be destroying the mother box. And we see Silas Stone in here, who survived in the Justice League theatrical, but he wasn't supposed to. He inexplicably tries to sacrifice himself here. His son reaching out saying no, and as he blows away Watchmen style, Dr. Manhattan style, and that's a very, very sad moment. A very sad moment. And it's kind of, you hear the Hallelujah song, and this part's like, toon, 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 hallelujah. I was like, oh, so it breaks my heart. Like, this is going to be one of those moments that I know we've already seen it, but it's going to make us cry. It's going to destroy us. Definitely, it's going to destroy us. I understand that the mainstream audience probably did not see that coming, and already seen it in a trailer, but it's fine. There's so many more surprises in this thing. It's going to be, and just to see it go down is going to be nuts, but incredible. He's definitely the heart of the movie. But you also notice Steppenwolf in the background. Steppenwolf's in the background. Wonder how this goes down. How he, and that mother box didn't get destroyed, right? So it's gonna be a very, very sad moment, losing his father that way. But he already lost his mother. So, but we get to the scene where we see Connie Nelson and Hippolyta break through. Interesting enough, because usually, in the theatrical, it wasn't like this. Break through, and you see Steppenwolf come down. The spiky fucker himself, the Steppenwolf. And then you in the scene where you see it kind of just, his armor is just kind of like it's like forming up. Which is, it's the same apocalyptic technology as Cyborg. So we'll see a little bit of that as well. Amazing look, and yeah, there's still probably a little bit of finishing touches need to be done, but 100 200% confident, 1000% confident this will all be worked out by the time it releases. The real shot of Wonder Woman landing, no, it's not all red. No, it's not just Wonder Woman. No, it's all three of them. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg are in this moment with a little bit more lighting and glowing effects in this apocalyptic look to here on the outside, and that's where she goes, shall we, and then this shot here, what is basically you see Flash going around really quickly. He had revealed a picture of this back in February 14th, Happy 214 Day, where you can see a little bit more. But I just still don't know what's going on. I don't know why there's multiple flashes. My theory is that he's going through time, but we'll have to wait and see about that. The Batmobile taking down some parademons. What a shot right there! Taking down a parademon soldier right there, crushing him under the wheel. What an amazing shot there, and probably a breathtaking and one that goes by quickly. But finally, a little shot of the final battle with Superman. And whoa, why did they not use this? Why did they use this is truth, justice, and it's like, that's all. Come on. This is Zack Snyder's Superman, And don't tell me he's not going to be doing some amazing fights in this one. And this one is one of them. We see Superman coming in. They're charging each other like the old Japanese samurai kind of style. They're charging a duel and knocks him out. But go, bam! Kaploom! So I think I just spit there on my mic. But amazing. I want to see this part. I want to see them take it out. But this is an amazing shot right here. You kind of notice it's kind of interesting how this swirl here, it's almost like yin and yang, you know? It's like a yin and yang versus like good versus evil, right? Which I thought that was kind of cool. I wonder if that was intentional or not. That yin and yang. But yeah, yin and yang, good and evil. Awesome stuff. And then it's quite a bit of black because it's like that moment in the song, dun 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 dun, and it's really great editing. Batman like blocking some parademon bullets, parodies and so just trying to get at him. You notice he's still in the regular suit, so this must be in the tunnel part, and not at the end where he can actually use. He probably needs to upgrade to the tactical suit because these things are pretty nasty, and it probably maybe didn't go so well. Maybe Flash. There's something happened. There's a flash of light that goes across him, and goes the other way, and you're left thinking, what the heck happened in that panel, right? So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to keep the same where the mother box are combined and then he didn't stop it or not. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. And then we get a shot, of course, Lois Lane. I like how the sky looks now. I think in the original, it was so, they really play with the saturation so much that it was like super red sky and orangey. So I like that it's, it doesn't really burn you that much, right? And it's a lot more better in that color grading. Like it's a lot better than color grading. A shot of him hugging both Lois Lane and Martha in an emotional scene where he's back and they're so happy to be with him. Why did they take this out? They only had him hug his mom. That's it. Lois Lane's like standing on the side, like what? Okay, so this is actually a lot better. I think we're gonna have a much more emotional impact seeing him come back and reuniting with his family in a much more heartfelt, warm way, and without the weird ass looking CGI face, so this is going to be a lot more better. Look at that. This is so this is great. I've always talked about that big Superman moment, and I think we're going to get it. Like, we're going to finally get those Superman moments. I'm a huge Superman fan. I want a lot of those moments, and it was ripped away from us, in the Justice League movie, that we're finally getting to see. That we'll see what Zack wanted to do with it, and I think it's going to hit those heartstrings a lot more, and make us, the Superman, especially when I'm a huge Superman fan of Zack Snyder's Superman. It's going to be an emotional impact, definitely, for sure. We get a shot of a bunch of rockets coming towards Victor Stone, and he's still in his Gotham City university outfit, and he's like deflecting it somehow. So this could be one of those projection screens. He's telling people about himself, a little bit more about his origin, so that's cool. Then we see a really quick shot of the Atlantean King bringing down, let me see if I can scroll this, bringing down that the trident right there, bringing down in the history lesson. So he's taking out a lot of these parademons here. You notice there's some stuff here. I think these are chopped off limbs or something. I want to say there's some body parts in here, but I think hopefully this will be a pretty brutal. I mean, we've seen the stuntmen behind the scenes, and they threw out a lot of blood and stuff. So I think this is going to be a pretty brutal fight. So that's going to be awesome in itself. Look at them go. And then shot in the movie we didn't get. We saw it in the trailer. Mark McClure plays the our old, the old Jimmy Olsen plays an actual cop, not a security guard in prison. Cyborg blocks a Hummer or a tank, I think it's a Hummer, from getting to him, and that makes me think we're gonna see some of that military action or some other trying to fight Superman in the Heroes Memorial. So that's going to be a lot bigger and flashier and giant action than we've saw in the theatrical. Flash doing something, and I'm guessing some Speed Force action here as look at his feet, just like it's incredible look here. Let me see if I can get it. It's already at 1080 HP, but it's like he's either creating material or he's bringing back material or something. I don't no idea what is going on in this. What I could only assume is he's either going through time, going through the fabric of time or something. I don't know, but it's amazing. And I think our mouths are gonna be like, what the heck is going on? So that's amazing. Then we finally get a shot of the entire Justice League members, all the Justice League members together. Black suit Superman, he's in the middle. He's still got his goggles, so we know this is the legit one, of course. But yeah, this is the moment where in the theatrical version was the ending, right? And they're all kind of smiling. Well, at least he's smiling. He's kind of smiling too. As they overlook the city where they're supposed to take on Steppenwolf, right? So this is the ending, what we feel, what a lot of us feel is the ending shot, right? And as the Flying Fox comes, and he's gonna, they're gonna go inside it. What's interesting about this shot is that in their, the theatrical cut in Justice League, Joss Whedon's version, is that the heroes, and he's red and blue, are looking at the weird looking flowers and stuff like that. Weird, but they utilize his shot, but they like composited all this stuff out and where it was, different. So this one, you actually do see that city, and then you see the Flying Fox, which is interesting because the Flying Fox gets destroyed in the Justice League. So, and we see, Batman piloting that. So there's two things I can take from this. And for me, the two things is this is the after one, right? And the Flying Fox did not get destroyed, did not hit the ground, and that was it, right? So that's probably my number one thinking right now, because where they're standing on that pit, that smoky column, that that nuclear whatever factory, whatever, they're standing on that. So that means that whole ordeal with the Flying Fox and Batman in it did not happen, or the Flying Fox landed and it was okay. That gets me like, I'm wondering about that. That gets me really curious about that moment. So I'm really intrigued to find out what happens at this point, right? The other notion, and this may be probably untrue, but I'm just thinking, I keep trying to figure out, how did Superman went to visit Alfred, and Alfred just sent off everybody, right, to to pretty much go on their own, right, to take out whatever it needs to do, right? And I'm like, why is Alfred fixing a car at that time? And I'm thinking, is it possible that Superman meets up with the team before they go on their mission, before the final act? Like, he doesn't just pop up later. He's actually in there with them. and they have some type of plan. I don't know. I don't think so, but I just trying to fit in that Superman moment. And it still could be possible that Alfred's fixing something, decide, I have nothing else to do. I might as well do that, and then and Superman shows up. I don't know. It's hard. I can't. I will have to wait and see. That's why the final act, the final battle, was one of the most changed things out of the movie. I think there's so much things in there that we don't even know right now, and you know what? That's freaking exciting. That's absolutely freaking exciting. But this is a great shot. This is a great shot. This past one's a great shot. Amazing, 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 amazing. But that's not all. I mean, we got the Justice League hashtags, the Snyder Cut, and that's because that's easy to kind of just get trending and people to hashtag because people know about it. The movie, although Zack Snyder does say that they're working on getting it to be called Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's the title he wants. Then we get a shot of Barry Allen talking about how are you supposed to take this guy out. We assume it's Steppenwolf. He's gone through worlds, destroying worlds, and then it kind of closes out with that shot of him and overlapping audio to Cyborg in in his Gotham City outfit, Gotham University hoodie. Then back to what we see, small shots, and then back to Batman in his suit without the cowl, but then it's overlapped to shots of Aquaman without the Aquaman suit and Diana without the from the previous shot in the Wonder Woman suit, so they're suited here. So this is actually two scenes, right? There was the scene where they talk in their normal clothing, and then there's another scene where they're talking their superhero outfits, right? But it's great to see Bruce Wayne or Ben Affleck in how it was supposed to be. Let's say they never faced us, not us united, and when he really wasn't just at this time, he was giving it all. He wasn't phoning it in. This was when he was like, I'm Bruce Wayne right now. Yeah. That, we're at like odds. We're at unsurmountable odds. But you know what? Screw it. They've never faced us before. Not us united. And I feel like this is an ending message, really, to us in the fandom who've gone through freaking 3 years, beating the drum, pretty much just every day in and out on Twitter, online, videos and things like that. That they've never faced us before, not us united. And then we got HBO Max. Thankfully, thank you, HBO Max. Jason Keeler. Thank you, Jim Lee. And thank you, Zack Snyder and the whole cast. Thank you, AT&T, for making this happen, for listening to the fans and giving us Zack Snyder's Justice League and closing a chapter for Zack Snyder and him and his family, right? So this is amazing. Hallelujah. Indeed, hallelujah. I know it's gonna be stuck in your minds too. It's gonna be stuck in your minds too. But yeah, we did it, guys. Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out next year, 2021. I don't know if we're gonna get any more trailers or anything like that, but we can close it off on this, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's heartfelt. I am so happy to have been part of this, pretty much this movement. So happy to been part of with you guys, seeing the announcement from everything from back in the day, seeing what we didn't get, beating the drum until they tried to shut us down with like the Wall Street Journal article and everything, and just donating almost like $200,000 worth of donations, all the way to, you know, the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. And now we're finally getting to see the full trailer, the song Hallelujah that Zack Snyder had put in like 2 years ago, right? He wanted that because it meant so much to him. It means so much to these characters that we're seeing on screen, and it means so much to us as the fandom. It represents everything that Zack has gone through. It represents everything the cast and crew has gone through. It represents everything that the fans have gone through, and it represents the characters themselves in the movie have gone through. This is some epic shit. Let's get this Justice League shit out, right? So this is awesome. Awesome. And I'm just going to go back and watch this trailer some more. Hallelujah, guys. Hallelujah to everyone out there. Everyone. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'll see you next time.